Hi. Hello. It's been for fucking ever. Oops. Sorry. Basically, the long and the short of that one is that not necessarily that paper crafting became unfun, videoing my paper crafting became unfun, because trust me, I'm still paper crafting, I'm still doing journaling stuff, but it became unfun. And quite literally yesterday, maybe this morning, I don't know. Basically, I was watching a video from Gail Augustinelli and I'm like, wow, she looks like she's having so much fun. And she just sits down and she like sets a timer or whatever on her little Apple Watch and goes for an hour, and then she posts it with like little to no editing. I'm like, you know what? I don't think people would watch an entire hour of me doing that, but maybe half an hour? So, I've decided to make a Christmas journal this year. I believe that I documented 2019's Christmas journal. Yeah, 2019's Christmas journal. I went to make one for 2020, and then I believe I got my friction pen and a regular pen like mixed up or something, like when I drew the embroidery for the cover, and couldn't get the pen out of the fabric. So I never made that journal, nor did I ever make a video for that journal, but I totally had originally planned on it. 2021, I went to Puerto Rico for Christmas, so I think maybe I had planned on doing like a mini greeting card one, because I have a crap ton of Christmas greeting cards, as you probably remember from, I would say 2019 or 2020 Christmas. I think 2019 actually was the last time I did any Christmas stuff. Yeah, bud? Anyway, so let's get into what this pile is here. This pile here is what I just went and grabbed from the thrift store and the Dollar General this morning. So let me sort out what was what. So we shall go with, ooh, everything's upside down. So we'll scooch those to the side. This is what I grabbed at the Dollar General this morning. Not necessarily, like, okay. So, we grabbed some nice scissors. They look decently pointy, and they were only like $2, so, and they were pink. So, I needed nicer paper cutting scissors for on here, so now I've got those. I got this because it's got a really lovely, oh god, you can't tell because of my lighting. So, the weather is really kind of today, so I have, natural lighting from the back door on that side, and my like ceiling lights on that side, but it's a really lovely like blush pink with like really pretty like roses. And for a second I was before I saw the roses, I was like, oh, you know what, that'll be nice to use in the Christmas journal too, just to have two different colors of lined pages. And then I saw the roses, and I'm like, oh, that's really cute, you know? And then I saw that it said stickers, so then I looked at the stickers. The stickers are kind of questionable, but... And I also really don't like the cover, but it is a nice sturdy cover. So I think I might set this one aside for later, like in the new year, maybe, and I'll do like a date night altered book journal, which might be cute and fun. And then I got this one, which was $5. This one was $3. Excuse me. These might have been $3, because my total for this Dollar General trip was $10.95. So this is $5, and then this is $6, $7, $8. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. So no. These were probably $2, and then the 95 was tax. Anyway, don't mind me. Also, yes, that is not my engagement ring, but I'm wearing gold jewelry today, and my engagement ring is silver. So I'm wearing a different ring he gave me as my engagement ring, so the silver doesn't clash. Because I am picky like that. Yeah. So I'm not... I like the cover. I'm not super fond of the Be Present here. So, and I also don't really like spiral notebooks either. But the paper is so freaking soft. Like, it's so soft. And the color is really nice. The lines are nice and light, and they don't go all the way to the edge, and then we also have like a date line, or a date or a subject line up top there. So I saw this the other day, and I was like, oh, that would be like a really nice paper for like actually journaling on, and it's nice and big. I think it is the 8.5 by 11-ish size. Probably says here on the back. No, it just tells me that it's 165 pages, or 160 pages. Can I read? No, absolutely not. But yeah, and it's also like, it's thin, but it's not too thin, which is actually a problem I have with this one. I feel like the pages are like way too thin on this one. So if I do an altered book with it, I will probably take out pages, but I'll leave in pages in pairs so I can tape or glue them together to make the pages more sturdy. But this one I will definitely be taking papers out of to use in the altered book for this year's Christmas. And then, depending on how many I take out of this, I might turn this into an altered book itself and just put something over this, because I do like the, like, florals on it. I think they're nice and simple. They're not quite witchy, but, like, it's alright, I can make it witchy. And then this is the thrift store bundle. So, these are just, like, two really fun things. As you can see, it's a heart-shaped yo-yo. I was so hopeful that it was the round one, because I hate making yo-yos. I think that they are the fiddliest, most annoying things, and people love them so much. But part of the reason why I find them very fiddly and annoying is because I learned, like, hand piecing quilt stuff with EPP, English paper piecing, so I'm used to having, like, a foundation that I'm stitching around. So I might just have to cave and buy the circle brand new myself, but it was very fun to see this, so I grabbed it for $1. And then this is the kanzashi, and I believe this little frame here makes one petal each time. And that was 50 cents, that's really cool. And then I was watching, and now you can hear them digging in the litter box. Fantastic. And then I was watching a Tracy Fox Creative, I believe is her full, like, YouTube channel title. And she was doing one where she, like, folded one of these in half and then, like, put all of these other envelopes and journals in it, and it looked so much fun. And for a second, I thought that that might be what I do for this year. So I grabbed these for 50 cents. But then I realized, no, because I really wanted, like, I really wanted to be able to have the lines. So, originally I grabbed an old gardening book, because the two criteria I particularly wanted in the book for the altered book is a hardcover and non-glossy pages, because I find it really difficult to work with glossy pages, because I use mostly I use the Elmer's repositionable glue stick. Oscar, must you? Good sir. Can you just take a nap while I'm trying to film? That'd be great. So originally I grabbed a gardening book, and I was just gonna cut down the pages from that notebook from the Dollar General. But then, because a lady was standing in front of where the not current season greeting cards and whatnot are usually in the little craft section, I went over to the Christmas section to look and see what paper and whatnot was over there, and I found these. There are 100 sheets of this letterhead that says Season's Greetings for $2. So then I was all like, you know what? This is the 8.5 11. This is sized to go in a printer potentially. I don't want to cut these down because I don't necessarily know how to do that and keep the integrity of the design up here. So then I went back over to the books and I went to the crafting book section and I found the least useful one I could find that was of an appropriate size. Then finally the lady was out of the little greeting card area and I found what I was looking for, but not really. So recipe cards, but they aren't particularly Christmassy. So I might actually save these for the date night one because they are kind of like cutesy and pink and red. But now I at least have a general idea of what size people usually are expecting recipe cards to be. I remember at one point in time I had grabbed a paper pack that had recipe cards on it, but I feel like I might have used all of those in a previous journal. But recipe cards, Christmas letterhead, the book to be altered. And then I found this guy in the Christmas section because after I found the book and the recipe cards, I went back over to the Christmas section because when I went to the Christmas section initially, someone was at the books. So you know how it is, you gotta be patient, and sometimes you gotta bounce around the whole store. So I found this, and I'm like, I wonder what this is. Maybe expecting it to be like a scrapbook or something. Or like potentially like patterns for things. First of all, this is a sticker that'll just peel up. No, this is a like somewhat perpetual Christmas journal. This is basically exactly what I was going to be making with my altered book. And the only two places that have any writing at all are Miss Elizabeth Dawn Clark's name, and then the first page of the family traditions and holiday menus from December 25th of 1995, the year before I was born. This book was published, or copyrighted at least, in 1992. So, holiday card, so it's really great. Potentially I could have just put all of that back, because I went to the thrift store first, in case I found something better than what I had found at the dollar store. So potentially I could have put all of that back and just bought this. But, I have a slightly insane amount of Oscar, buddy, big bag, good sir. Thank you. All right. Apologies. Oscar is a 19 or 20-year-old cat that used to belong to one of our neighbors, and they abandoned him, and so he was an outside cat for several months, and now he does not appreciate being an inside cat. Yeah, anyway. What was I saying? I was saying that I could have put all of the other stuff back at the thrift store and gotten just this, because this is genuinely what I was looking for. Because it says a holiday card list, holiday gift list, holiday visits and visitors, family traditions and holiday menu, and favorite cards and photographs. And then, holiday card list, you got name, address, sent and received, and then you got a little year tab. And I counted the card list pages. There are 28 of them. So if you only use one page per year, that means that you could use this journal for 28 years, at least for the cards. I did not count the gift pages or any of the other pages, but yeah. So this is the gift list pages and how those are set up. And then holiday visits and visitors. And I like these ones. I like that these ones don't have the vertical lines, so that theoretically your visitor could write the date, their name, their address, and their telephone number, and then write a little letter to you on this page. I feel like that'd be very, very cute to do. And then this one, I feel like what you would do is you would write, like your usual traditions on, goddamn, pardon me. You would write your usual traditions on the first few pages, and then like from then on you would like write what year it was and then what you had for the menu that year. And then, you know, you go into the favorite cards and photographs. So my plan now, because I don't really need this, I just liked it. I'm not entirely sure what the price was on this. I know that the hardback books are I think that size of hardback book is $2 because they have anyway, the pricing is weird and sometimes they don't bother to write them on, but I think this one was probably about $2 too. So that's what I got. So that's what I got. That's the haul for this. Everything else is stash stuff. But my plan for this one is to cover up that and then to glue those 2 pages together and send it off to my mom. Maybe pull this off and do some sort of cute something on the front as well. But I feel like my mom would really enjoy it. Because I know that my mom does like scrapbooking and journaling and stuff because I've made her several junk journals. When she visited me earlier this year, I showed her how to do traveler's journal, traveler's notebook style things. So part of the gift, because I also knitted my mom a sweater this year. Do you want to see it? I can show you the color. It actually, I think the color is going to show up very similar to the green on the background here. Oh no, it comes up super blue. Oh man. Actually, yeah, I think if I okay, if I lay it flat. Anyway, the sweater is approximately the color that the green is coming up on screen. If you are familiar with knitting, this is the Tin Can Knits flax sweater, but instead of doing the garter panel, I did rice stitch. And I did the 3X for my mom, so it's nice and roomy. But yeah. So we are at 18 minutes. I think what I'm going to do for the last 12 or so minutes of this particular video is start pulling pages out of this one. Oh, I need my metal ruler. Metal ruler. Box cutter. I'm gonna leave this one because I think yeah, I think if it has a frame on it, I'm gonna leave it. Let's see, does that come out pretty straight? Decently so. Yeah, so I think my plan, oh goodness, I don't know what I just knocked on the ground, but I'm sure as heck knocked something. So I think my plan is to go through and cut out all of the pages that don't have a frame on them. And then we will see how that looks. I think I did the same sort of sideways again. Okay. If you can't tell, most of my previous altered books, I have straight up just pulled out the entire signature. I think maybe I can afford to press a bit harder, but yeah, no, I've pulled out the entire signature and then redone the signatures myself. I'm sorry for anyone who's like, oh my god, your tools aren't aesthetic. I don't care. My tools are what I have on hand, and I am trying to not make myself exceptionally poor with my hobbies, because I have too many hobbies to make myself exceptionally poor with. Okay, so we are in what? Page 17 now. We've got 3 pages right up at the front that I'm keeping. Am I keeping this one? No. This one. These 2 can come out. Okay, so then we have 3 pages, and they're all kind of close together. We're at page 17. General rule is like, take 5 out, leave 1 in. So, yeah, I think we'll leave that, and then we'll take out, I don't know, next 5 or so. Also, it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving right now. Not entirely sure when this is gonna go up. It might like genuinely go up today, since I am planning on doing little to no editing. But it might also like wind up not going up today because we have a friend coming over. I really that's bothering me. I don't know, maybe it won't bother me later, who knows. Oh, this was apparently a textbook. Oh, nice. Did I take out the contents page? No, I left that in because it was one of the pages that had a frame on it. 32, yep, okay. So our next one with a guaranteed frame is 56. Did I mention the textbook thing out loud, or was that just in my head? Oopsies. But yeah, the textbook thing was that this appears to have been a textbook, which is very fun, because this was in the, like, crafts section, craft book section, with like the knitting and quilting books that weren't specifically Christmassy. Yeah. I think I might need to break it and get a sharper piece, but I don't necessarily want to do that right now. Alright, and then we have a frame. And I think what my plan is to block out all of the words and just do frames. Or like block everything else out and just leave the frames. And then we have 82. Goodness gracious, that's a long ways away. I feel like my bracelets are making too much noise and I should take them off. What are we at time-wise? Oh. Okay, so we got a bit interrupted there for a second by the fiancé man calling me and asking me if I needed any hair care products from Sally's, because he's right next to it right now. But I don't want to bore you to death with a jillion minutes of me cutting pages out of this book. So I am going to cut this video now and hopefully come back and go over maybe what I plan to use out of my stash after I've got this all cut up. All right, bye-bye. See you.